Howdy everyone, welcome into week 34. This is the top of the week analysis by myself, Snehat Dias, Chief Trainer of Harmonic Forex. I've got a couple of good ideas to float by you, and it's something that you should consider for the coming up week. So let's get right into it. The first pair I'm looking at is Euro Swiss. Now, when you look at this, you would see that it's in a range. It's in a range between the blue line that I've marked below, which is pretty much at 1.08, and the high of 1.0940. Now, what I'm seeing this week is an opportunity to go short as well as go long. How is this going to work out? So take a look at, first of all, maybe the short idea, which is going to come up, I guess, sooner rather than the long. So I'm looking at the high of last week. Remember, we always base our trades off weekly highs and weekly lows, which is at around 1.09 even. Kind of like a very psychological strong resistance as well. I'm going to look for a bat pattern. I'm looking for a sharp pattern to go short on this. And what I saw was that there's very nice confluence at this 1.09 zone. So we could potentially see this guy move up by about 30 pips, and then it is an opportunity for us to short this. So I'm pretty comfortable with this idea, and it's something that you should look out for as well. I'm going to put it on my trading view so that you would be able to see the updates and of course follow my analysis as it goes along. Okay, so that's the short side of it, but of course I'm also looking for a long, and I need, hopefully this would happen, that we can short it up here, and then of course it would mean that this guy is going to move downwards. Now, how low do we want it to move? It's going to be for the 1.08 level, so we're looking of a move of about let's say maybe 90 pips. And I've been eyeing this pattern here for a while, and let's take a look at it. It is a bad pattern because it turns at 0.5 or the fib 5 retracement, and then you've got perfect confluence at the fib 8 level. So take a look at this. Do you see this around here? That at 1.08 there is a nice level to go long. So short at 1.09, hopefully it'll come down very nicely, and then we should be able to go long at 1.08. Let me check for additional fib confluence, and how I do that is I see the swing from the swing high to the swing low, and look at this. The 127 is exactly at 1.08 as well. So which means there is additional reasons for me to go long at this area. I feel that this is going to be a very, very strong support. And let me see if there's anything else from here. Yep, everything seems to add up that this zone is going to be very, very good to long. Okay, so let's hope that the short comes up, and then we would be able to take this guy long. So I'll post this on TradingView in a while. Up next, what was I looking at? I was looking at dollar yen. So let's try to analyze this. Without a doubt, dollar yen is still on a downtrend, which means at every given opportunity you should look to short. And I was looking at what happened during the last week, and I'm seeing that the high was somewhere around 100 and 140, somewhere around here. Let me just draw that out. Yep, 101.45. And when I went to what was it, formation seeker, let me just open that up quickly. I did see quite a number of patterns setting up to short this pair. So I like to see multiple patterns happening at the same level, which gives me additional confidence that this is a good trade. So let me just open up. I saw it on the smaller time frame. So here we go. So there is a bearish bat that comes in around 101, And I believe on the M15 we do see multiple patterns coming up between 101 maybe all the way up to 101.27. So maybe this is what I'm looking out for. I like it to be as close as possible to the previous week's high. So this zone really looks like a good zone to short. Why? Because it's with the downtrend, and of course there are multiple patterns. I don't know where this is going to turn, so I guess each and every one of them should be analyzed using the criteria for HSI and RSI being overbought, and based on that you look for your terminal bar and then you can pull the trigger. Okay, so dollar yen, a short at around 101.20. So let's take a look at dollar CAD, because I did see this opportunity of a trade that's happening right now, and maybe I can take you through how to analyze this. So you would see that the terminal bar has been created on the deep crab bearish. It's been hit, and then you've got the next bar that's been created. So how do you know whether it's gaining strength or losing strength? You look at the HSI and RSI. So at this bar you could see the RSI and HSI are overbought. The next bar, the RSI drops, the HSI is still ticking up slightly. Now this bar, which hasn't closed yet, it just opened up because we are on an M15 chart, you would have to wait for maybe another 15 minutes to see that this bar is actually dropping. It looks like it's dropping because you could see that this has begun to show some reaction. So this is the same kind of methodology that you would need to use for the dollar yen. When you see this being executed, it's your time to go short. So okay, my apologies, this bar just completed, so you could see that HSI has dropped significantly along with the RSI, which means this market looks like it's ready to fall. You could see that the entry has been shown at 129.12, so it's an opportunity of taking the trade right now, because you could see that the risk to reward is very good. Let me just show this, the stop loss zone for you. So it's around 129.42, so roughly you're looking at around a 30 pip stop loss for about a first target of around 60 pips. Overall, sounds good. Maybe I'll wait for it to go up a little bit more and make it a better risk to reward, but this is a trade that you could take straight away on this Monday morning as your first trade for the week. Okay, so that's dollar yen and dollar CAD. Let me take a look at, I was looking at pound NZD. Okay, take a look at what's happening here. So is this an up or a down? To me, the pound is still weak against the New Zealand dollar. You could see that the pound did rally last week, made a high, came back down, and now looks like it's going to retest the high of the previous week. Now, as part of the box theory, you would see that this high is at an RSI overbought, which is a good sign. And if this can come up and test this again with a lower strength RSI, then we would be interested in selling this market. I did see a pattern on this, so let me just pull this up very quickly, which kind of gives me additional confirmation that we can take this trade. Let me confirm it was this one. I did remember seeing it on a smaller time frame. No, this is too high. Okay, let me just try and draw this out myself on an M15, because I'm trying to look for a reason to short this, given the fact that I'm interested in the box theory and that there is a potential reversal up here. So this seems to be setting up some sort of an alternate bet, and an alternate bet usually is taken at the highest point, which is point X. Yep, so it's matching up very nicely that this zone looks like a nice sell. So I'm going to be patient on this. We are not going to do any pending orders. We're going to wait for this to hit up here look for a reaction, and then we could short with a very small stop loss. And what are we looking for? Well, this is quite messy, so let me just clear this up. I'm just looking for a pattern to go long. So let me just this seems to be setting up a bat pattern to go long. I'm sorry, a shark pattern to go long. You could see that it reacts very nicely at the 127. So markets are definitely based off harmonics. You could see that, you know, how it reacts at that 127 extension. And okay, for the bat pattern, I'm sorry, for the shark pattern, we could potentially see this guy going down and touching this zone around here. Okay, so it's a good risk to reward. I'll be very comfortable in taking this, provided the signals are right and that we have a good RSI, and I'm also going to monitor this as an alternate bet. So it's very important that you build up a business case to take your trades, and the more reasons you have to short or long a pair is something that you should always consider. Okay, I'm going to analyze one last pair, which is Euro Pound. Now, last week we tried to short Euro Pound a bit too early, unfortunately. This week we are looking to really short this guy again, and let me give you the reasons for that. First of all, it seems like Euro Pound has created this high around that 84.20 level. Once again, the RSI looks very good because it's completely overbought. I'm waiting for this to go and touch all the way up here. Whether it happens or not, I don't know, but what I see is that there is a nice shark pattern to short this. So let me fatten this up, and I believe the shark pattern comes up right around the zone of point X. So we're looking to short somewhere around here. I'm also going to look for some weakness in RSI so that it gives me additional confirmation that this market would likely to turn here. All right, so I've analyzed quite a number of pairs today. You've got the Euro Swiss, which is a long, hopefully a short first and then a long. We've got the dollar yen, which is a short, dollar CAD, which is something you can look to take now, the pound NZD, which is a trade coming up, and finally the Euro Pound. So as you can see, it's very easy to analyze the market with harmonics. It just takes a bit of practice, and once you get the hang of it, you can literally, you know, analyze the market within a couple of minutes. And if you need to analyze 27, 28 different pairs like we do, it just takes a couple of maybe 1 hour, and you know, it becomes very easy. So what I do is I'll set my alerts on this free app that's called Call Alert, and that just takes care of everything. It'll notify you when the signal is ready to be taken, and you can get along with your day-to-day activities without sweating too much. All right, so I hope this presentation was useful. Do, you know, share this around with your friends, and hopefully, you know, you'll make some pips of this trade ideas that we put out. All right, have a great week. Remember, keep your risk in check, because that's the most important thing. I'll talk to you next week. Have a great week. Bye.